the nice thing about prehistory, I guess, is it kind of covers both. So he'll answer that in a comment on the post, or I think there must be another way he can respond, because he did this one, and you can see there's no comment, but his answer is there. And I responded to him, told him, like, see, this is where the response gets more involved, where if you could see it, oh, there, you can see it right there. It says, good job using your own words, because last week he just had copy and pasted the section where the answer was. So obviously he got more credit this time for me using his own words. Make sure you use capital letters and punctuation. So then I can just easily communicate. I don't have to confront him necessarily, because writing is a sensitive subject for us. So I don't have to go right up to him and say, hey, you didn't use a complete sentence. Please remember to use a complete sentence. I can just, it's a little more casual, a little bit more removed, which I think is nice. And so these questions you embed, like I made, I know this can be a little hard to follow, but I'm just making this up as I go, so bear with me. So you create your assignment, and then if you think of a question as you're creating the assignment, you just hit create question, and you can you can either create a multiple choice or short answer and just give the instructions. And then you just make the question due the same day that you created that assignment, and make sure in your assignment instructions you alert the student to a question. And then and because you made it due on the same day that you created the assignment, it will show up on their calendar as a question. And I think I can show you that right here. If I go calendar and I just tell it the 5th grade calendar, you can see, like, tomorrow he has a question due. And the questions usually show up at the top. So he can right away his first day, or his first thing of the day, when he looks at his task list, he can read the question and see, oh, I should be alert for that. I should be alert for that specific question while I do my reading and as I go through my day. So, and I think there's brain research about how that's good, where you know beforehand what you're kind of looking for, gets you excited, gets your brain going. And finally, the thing that I decided to add to 5th grade this year was this social activities thing, to help him be more aware of the field trips and the things we're doing outside of the house, even though generally, like for me, I put this on the manual calendar, but some days he gets anxious about, like, if we have a thing to do, he gets anxious about the amount of schoolwork he has to do. So I try to show him that the things we do, like the extra things we do besides our activities, fall on days when the schoolwork is lighter. So I don't know. And we haven't encountered it yet, but hopefully that puts his mind at ease a little bit. So these are kind of some of the field trips we have planned. And finally, I will show you the new class, which is preschool. So you can see it looks different already. It has a classwork tab at the top, and it's kind of nice. So since this is one I just created today, I already created 2 of the areas that we're going to be covering for preschool. I have literacy and I have sciences and social studies. And what I like is, again, I told you that you can move these around. So let's say I want to make sure that science and social studies are prioritized over literacy. So maybe I'll move that to the top. Or maybe I don't have a lot of literacy assignments, which obviously, I mean, for me, literacy is probably number 1, so it's going to be at the top. And I am starting our preschool regimen on September 10th. So I made my first assignment for September 10th on this day. We are going to be working with the letter U. And we'll probably work with letter U all week. I don't know, I haven't really decided yet. So I have the whole month of August to plan. Because this is the parent-led portion of it, obviously I'm not going to give them instructions. I'm just going to embed what I want to use. I might type some instructions to myself, like maybe here I'll add in, edit, supplies that I would need. Oh, geez. Supplies. Practice paper. paint, because I'm probably, honestly, because of the levels, the ages that I have, we'll probably finger paint our letters to start with. So I just have, we're going to learn the letter U, so I have a letter U song, and then I have a letter U writing instruction video. And then I'll probably, like, under literacy, I'll also, create, and like the create tab's in a different place, but it's all the same stuff. So I'll create another assignment, and it will be read aloud and whatever our read aloud book is. Oh, jeez. I'm gonna go back and edit this so it's not awful, but just so you get the idea, like I'm gonna create this assignment for read aloud. It's gonna be due September 10th, and I'll plug in, I'll go back when all this is decided, and I'll edit it, and I'll plug in, like, yep, we're gonna do a read aloud. Oh, I didn't assign it to a topic, so I'm just gonna go back in, edit it, I'm gonna tell it literacy, and save it, and now, see, it had just, because I didn't assign it a topic, it populated outside of a topic. Now I put it in a topic, so it's underneath literacy. So when I have this all figured out, I'll adjust this and give it the title, and maybe I'll find a YouTube video that's the same, and maybe I prioritize it over letter writing. I want to make sure that gets done, so I moved it to the top. So that's kind of the only new feature that really seems relevant. The other thing the last thing that I want to show you, that seems relevant. That's not really fair, but that's the biggest change, and that's the most helpful thing, is that it populates in the order that it's due versus the order that you created it. And again, you have, like, you can select the theme, change the theme, it changes the color of the thing. Like, oh, that's a nice theme. Select theme. Oh, I didn't change the color of the bar. See, so that's what I mean. Some themes have the same color bar, so you can select a completely different theme, but your class is going to be the same color. So there's that problem. Whoops, don't want to change the class settings. The last thing that I want to show you quick is I want to go back to classes, and I just want to show you the regular Google Calendar. Oh man, where is it? Right here, calendar. So you can see, oops, ask me later. So you can see, this is my Google Calendar. I have, oh, and I actually created a sample class so you guys can see. I have all the classes selected so that on my Google Calendar, you can see all the assignments. And so if you use Google Calendar as part of your life, that might be irritating to you. So you should just be aware of that. Yeah, I think that's the long and short of it. So again, I'm just stellar at conclusions, but that's how Google Classroom works in my house. And hopefully, if you have any questions, please ask. I'm obviously more than willing to share, and I think it's a lot of fun, and I think it works great. So thanks so much, you guys, for watching, and look forward to having conversations with you about how your homeschool works.